But what really comes out, and one of the unexpected joys that we have noticed as we've gotten out on the road has been the people. The people that are along this same journey, the people that camp, the people that that we see. People are there to help. We sold our house and all of our possessions to travel and be together. In 2007, Colleen's symptoms started to appear, and in 2014, the official diagnosis was for spinal cerebellar ataxia. Despite our circumstances, we want to share through our experience that it is possible to live a joyous life. Two specifically that come to mind was the first park that we went to in Yuma. We pulled in. We didn't get into town until like 10 o'clock at night. Now, I hadn't backed this thing in yet, so there was anxiety there. And we pulled in, the security guard was there, very nice young man. And so I was telling him, this is my first time, all of this, I've never done this before. And he said, well, I've never helped anybody back in before. And I thought he was joking, but he was serious. He had never done this before. So we pulled to our site, and we got there. Our next door neighbor, John, a gentleman from Oregon, he's introduced himself and asked if we wanted help. And of course, they said, yeah, we really appreciate that. So he's guiding me, telling me exactly how to turn the wheel and how to back things up and all of this. And so after we were done, he said, there was an issue with the power cord. The pedestal was quite a ways away from where our power outlet is. And he said, the back of my car is open. If you need an extension, by all means, go in there and get it. If anything comes up, it doesn't matter what time of night, knock on my door, and I'd be happy to help. And that was something that I was like, that is pretty amazing. And over the next couple of weeks that we stayed there, he helped me dramatically. He'd been doing this for 10 years, and on different things to do and suggestions to make, and what we want to do, with our water system and other ways that we may want to get things set up. And that really strikes me, because he helped put me at ease at that time. The other story that I'll share is when we were in Tucson. This is after we had all the graphics put on a rig, and we have the URL to our blog that's on the back. So when you pull into Tucson, it was the sites were back. So our back was to the people behind us and vice versa. And I struck up a conversation with the woman that was she was out doing whatever and near their rig, and her husband Rob came outside and introduced himself, and he had already went to the blog. It was very cool on how our conversation went, and there's a lot of compassion and giving us kudos, so to speak, in what we were doing. This is at a time where the power actually went out. So as we started talking, and he was talking about electricity, he obviously knows a lot about electricity, and I knew nothing on how our rig was set up. As it turns out, he's a mechanical engineer. And so over the next couple of days, we're talking about different things related to how things are powered up, and it was exactly what I needed to hear at that time, because it helped start my education process on how these things are hooked up electrically. And before we left, we were getting ready to leave. He comes out and he gave me a diagram of how our rig is wired up. Clearly took him time to do, and it was really a special meeting, and something that something that I needed exactly at that time. But as time has gone on, and as we're ironing things out, and I'm learning about the electrical system, that really helped me. I've got a good point of reference. I can go back and see it. So that was pretty special. There's been, when we were traveling, it seemed about every 7 to 10 days that things got really kind of challenging. And I question often, are we going in the right path? Now, this is one thing, when she smiles like this, is one of those indicators that yeah, we're going along the right path. She's now, she has this smile on her face often. And this is something that didn't happen when we were in her house. And one of those things that didn't, that was missing. And I knew that was in there. And been more than once where I've told Colleen, I'm like, I can't do this. This is getting to be too much, and I can't handle this anymore. And then as soon as that would happen, somebody would come into our life and we'd share a story. Those little nuggets are enough when we've had these challenges come in and these interactions. It's like, I know we're on the right path, and it comes in exactly at the right time.
We are enjoying each day to the fullest, living with joy through acceptance. Our wish is that our experience may offer hope to those that may be facing a challenging situation in their life. We welcome you to subscribe to our YouTube channel and take this journey with us. We would love to connect with you. Check us out at livingonlifesterms.com.